Hey guys, Corpo Climber here. I'm doing a video today on the Corpo side of Corpo Climber. I want to talk Microsoft Excel. I just want to do a quick video to see how it does and to help you guys learn some tips and tricks I have on navigation skills and see if you have any you can teach me. So what I have pulled up right now is actually kind of an adjusted tutorial that Excel comes preloaded with. What I want to do is go over the basic shortcuts and use cases I have for jumping around Excel quickly. I think the one thing that Excel is really helpful with is you can scale products. You can become faster and faster at output the better and better you get with Excel. And one of the first things I think you need to master is how to quickly jump around a file. So I want to go through that. The big keys to note on your keyboard, by the way, I'm using Windows, sorry Mac users, is you're going to need to be familiar with your control key, your shift key, your space key, and your arrow keys. So Excel Basic Navigation 101 is I'm going to use my arrow keys to dance around. So look, I'm in column A, row 1, press the right key, I move to column B, stay in row 1. Same thing, like move around like this. Pretty intuitive. So that's how I move from cell to cell. I can actually make entries into this cell by pressing F2. F2 brings me in to the Excel, and from here I can type away or I can do my formulas. So that's how to get into Excel and how to move cells. Here's how I quickly jump around from cells though. If I do Control in the arrow keys, you'll notice my input changes a lot faster than if I just spam the down key. So Control, arrow keys, moves me. I stop movement once I've reached a value or once I've reached the end of values. What do I mean by the end of values? I mean, let's start with A1. The cell is blank. The next cell with values to my right is cell C1. This has a value, it just says 1. So if I do Control right, it takes me to the 1. Now the end of values is going to be K1, or this 9. That's going to be my next stop. If I go right more from here, it's going to be the end of the Excel. So XFD, like way out here. I can do Control left, take me back here. Same thing, Control down, go down, 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 all the way, or I get stopped by values. So that's how to move around quickly unhighlighted. What if I want to highlight all of these things? How do I do that quickly? Well, I can do Control plus Shift key, and then that allows me to highlight all this. Now the Control and Shift is subject to the same rules we just talked about with Control. So if I do Control Shift and down, it's going to bring me to the first value, and the next time I do it, it's going to bring me to the last value. Same thing if I go right. Oops, sorry. If I go right, first value, last value. From here, it's your basic Microsoft controls, Control C, Control X, Control V. It's kind of your basic copy, paste, cut. One thing to note for Excel is that I can, let's say for example, I have a sum formula, and I want to keep this formula. I want to say, hey, I want to know what my price is in 2021. Don't worry about any of this. If I do a copy paste, so Control C, Control V, it's going to bring all of that formula with it. But if I do a copy cut, it's going to hold the formula where it was in 2021. So key to note there. Okay, so that's how to move quickly, how to highlight quickly. Two more ways to do this. If I do Shift space, that's going to highlight the whole row. And if I do Control space, that's going to highlight the whole column. From there, I can highlight quickly all the rows and columns I care about. So if I do Shift Space, Control Shift Down, I'm going to highlight everything. Shift Space, Control, just Shift Down, then I can highlight rows I care about. So let's say I'm looking up apples, oranges, spinach, broccoli, and I don't need to look up spinach, broccoli anymore. I can do Shift Space, Shift Down, and then I'm going to delete these rows, but I don't want to take the time to go to my mouse and right click and go delete. So I can do a shortcut. I can just go Control minus, and that deletes it. So that's how to quickly highlight, how to quickly copy paste, how to quickly navigate around. And the only other one I want to cover is if you do Control page up, page down, you jump around tabs in the Excel. So these are, I think, Navigation 101. I think if you learn these, it really helps scale future learnings because you can jump around from tab to tab pretty quickly and manipulate data very quickly. So let me know if you want more of the Corpo side. Always happy to do more Excel tutorials. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments if you have other tips. Thanks.